Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today's video is going to be vastly different from most of the videos that I have been releasing lately. And what you guys are seeing on screen here today is the many faces of Hypixel Server Parkour. And basically, for those of you that don't know about Hypixel Server, well, where have you been? It's one of the biggest servers on Minecraft right now, but more specifically, they recently did a revamp of absolutely every single lobby and whatnot on their server. And one of the things that they added was they added unique parkour to every single lobby. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is, well, as you can actually see from the video that's showing in front of you here, I am going to be speed running through absolutely every single one of them. Now, I'm not going for like world record pace times. I'm just going for times that are pretty decently respectable. And one pretty crucial rule that I actually have in terms of this parkour is that I don't use any of the available checkpoints. Now, I do want to hit all of the checkpoints if I can, but I don't ever want to type in the command that you see there that says /parkour checkpoint in order to warp back to a checkpoint. So yeah. Anyways, so the first of the 13 parkour courses that there are is the arcade games, which you guys are seeing on screen right now. And this is what I sort of call the parkour gauntlet. There's nothing that's really too difficult in this specific set of parkour. It's just there's a lot of it. It's the, I believe, either the longest set of parkour that I had to speedrun, or it was the second longest set of parkour that I had to speedrun. And by the way, excuse me if I wind up losing my voice throughout the course of this video, but doing all of this parkour in this sort of 17-18 minute video or whatever it is, took me 4.5 hours to actually get all of these times captured. So yeah, this definitely was like not a joke. If you guys wind up enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like on the video because seriously, it would mean a lot. But anyways, that was the arcade. Again, it was just sort of like a generic gauntlet of parkour. It was definitely one of the most fun ones. All right, this one coming up, Arena Brawl. These are all gonna kind of go in alphabetical order here. I said in chat I want to die because of that jump I just did. That jump over the web, like, I went a full half hour without making that jump before I figured out how to properly do it. And the only way to do it is while I'm inside of that little tunnel that you guys saw. I just need to spam the spacebar while I'm sprinting, like spam it like crazy, and I wound up getting at, being able to do that jump a couple of times. I said I want to die in chat because I got a run completed, but the run wasn't under 50 seconds like I wanted. But this run obviously lands me well under 50 seconds, and I was pretty happy with this run. When I fell right here, I did pretty well and stuff. So yeah, I got a really good positioning there. I didn't run into any of these webs. I did have to navigate them a little slow, but that's just kind of how it works. And 47.7 seconds. So yeah, all right, I probably should try explaining these individual courses a little bit more as I wind up going on here. But there isn't really anything to the Blitz survival games parkour. It is the shortest parkour by far on the Hypixel server. It is the simplest by far on the Hypixel server. And I still somehow wound up beating my previous record that I had of 19 point something seconds. And I brought it all the way down to 18.6 seconds. Not really too sure how I pulled that off, but I somehow managed to pull it off. All right, so now what you guys are seeing in front of you here is Cops and Crims, and I actually have two different runs of this that I'm going to be showing you guys, and that is because what you guys are seeing right now is a run that I consider a all checkpoints run. It's anything goes as long as I get all of the checkpoints, and the reason why I have two separate runs of this is because you're actually able to escape the map, and you're able to get a time of like 16 seconds. So I didn't really feel like that was going to be super entertaining for you guys to see that run and that run only, so I thought it would be cool nonetheless to show you guys a run of me doing the course more or less how it was supposed to be done. So yeah, but this is probably one of the only parkour courses I believe that was actually brought over before the Hypixel server actually redid their entire like layout and whatnot, but I actually really like the way that their layout is currently done now. But yeah, as you can see, the time on that was not a record because this run was my record run. And what you're actually going to see is it's going to start off pretty much exactly the same. I made it through those fences legendarily fast, but then I jump over the fence here and I just kind of run to the end. You know, I jump here, you know, this was all worked out to a T. Jumped right there, boom, 16.89 seconds, under 17 seconds. That was a really good run for what that was worth. All right, this is the main lobby parkour, and this one shouldn't have taken me as long as it did because this is the one parkour of all the parkour courses that I knew prior to getting into this, besides the Cops and Crims one. But recording this took me like a good, I don't know, still like 25 minutes to do, even though I knew the course like the back of my hand prior. But funny enough, my record on this course, my previous record prior to this run, actually what involved me doing something completely different. What I would instead do is I would scale the mountain in the middle of the map, and I would like jump down onto that red and blue hot air balloon, or no, the area directly after it, and then I would walk into this next upcoming part. And I had like a time of 1 minute 10.9 seconds or something like that. And you're going to find that the time that I wind up achieving on this is not very far off from that. So yeah, kind of entertaining actually to see how two dramatically different routes actually wind up being so similar. So yeah, okay, I kind of got a little bit squirrely there, but you know, we're reaching the end here, and 1 minute 10.3 seconds. So yeah, it was a very, very close run. All right, this is the Mega Walls parkour, and this was probably my second least favorite parkour, or yeah, my second least favorite parkour out of all of them. And mainly it was because I was screwing up in really little things like that. I kept falling into that hole. I would miss that jump. This next jump that's coming up, that one right there was the bane of my existence. This is a 4-block jump. I had to take this area kind of slow just because if you sprinted, you would commonly over jump. So there was that. 4-block jump, 4-block jump, and then this one's okay. And those are all of the really annoying jumps. But one thing that was especially annoying is if you don't have fly mode on, even though I'm not flying, it sort of like allows you to fly as if you're in creative mode, but if you don't trigger it, you won't fly. If you weren't flying, you would mess up this part every time because you would get teleported back and the game would be like, bro, don't try cheating, okay? Don't cheat. But if you had fly mode on, it worked just fine. But anyway, so I got a really good time of like 55 seconds on that. All right, so the next one on the list, paintball. This one, I would say, was the most average of all of the parkour courses that I had to handle. This one didn't really have anything that was terribly difficult. It wasn't terribly long. It wasn't like the arcade one, which was just a gauntlet of parkour. This one just kind of was what it was, and it was still fun nonetheless. It wasn't really difficult at all. It was just a matter of getting it done, and this one I don't think took me that long all in all to actually complete. I think maybe like 15 minutes, not even, and I got a time of like 28 seconds. So you can see, all in all, it was a pretty short course. All right, the Quakecraft one was another one that was kind of in the middle for me as far as like difficulty was concerned. It really wasn't that difficult. It was just, again, another course that just kind of took a bit of time to complete. You can see that like my mouse is just moving around like wildly, you know, because like I'm just rotating so quickly because I think this one, while it was not frustrating, took me a little while to do. And I think that might have been because of this part right here. I kind of like, it took me a while to get that just right, that web part. So, yeah, but once I got it, I got it. And, you know, it wasn't too difficult from this point. This ladder part, this little ladder portion, surprisingly never gave me any difficulty. But funny enough, you guys see how long it took for that actually to register, that amount of time? The run right before this, I actually wound up failing because I jumped off too soon. All right, this is the walls parkour. This is by far my least favorite. Or no, this is my second least favorite, I think. It's my second or it's my least favorite. But it's my least favorite, or at least it's up there, because it's just a maze. And it's a maze that like is just frustrating to get just right. And then there's these webs right here where if I hit them every single time, it would say, hey, you teleported. Don't do that. And then there is this right there that I commonly failed that jump right there. And it was this whole run was just one big mess of weird. But I was really glad to finally get it done when I got it done, because once I got it done, you know, I was done with it. You know, I was just glad for it to be over with. Even falling into that water, like, that wasn't enough to kill the run. That wasn't enough to kill the run. I was just happy to have it under 50 seconds and to be completely done with that. You can see how much I'm flipping out from just how much I hated it. All right, the TNT games was again amongst one of my most hated that I did. The reason why is this little section right here, the water parkour. If you didn't get the jump just right, you would hit the flowing water and you would flow backwards, as I will do right here. But I didn't mind losing it there because that was the most difficult one to actually get. So I feel like I did a pretty decent job on it. I couldn't have asked for a better result, truth be told. And then this right there, that sucked to miss too. It sucked because you would hit the webs and you would just die. It really was a pain in the neck. And from this point on, it was just a matter of completing it with some decent pace, and there we go. All the difficult stuff is over, and I just kind of have to climb up this little area right here. So yeah, all in all, pretty satisfied with the run itself, but I probably won't do that stage again. All right, let's see. The next one on the chopping block is the UHC Champions Parkour. This one I thought I was going to hate, and the reason why is it was my very last run, and this I believe is the longest set of parkour. So I set a goal of myself to just get a run that felt alright. I wasn't aiming for any super precise, super fast movement, as you can kind of see. I'm taking it a little bit safely here, but I'm actually very happy with the run I ultimately got because I still went pretty fast. This whole thing is like, you know, a Ring of Sauron, like Mordor type thing going on here. And you guys are going to see it certainly feels like it with the ending half of this parkour run. But anyways, yeah, let's just putting this into perspective. After spending like 3.5 hours and everything, 4 hours and everything, I found out that I missed this one. And because I was like one behind on my footage, I had 12 rather than 13 courses done or something like that, whatever it was. I was one behind. And then I came and checked this one out. This one had 7 checkpoints. I don't think any of the other ones had 7 checkpoints. So, yeah. But ultimately, even though I'm sounding all disappointed and stuff, I was rather happy with the, you know, with the run itself. There were some slow moments, but ultimately, the parkour itself was not that difficult, so I was pleasantly surprised going through this. So now we're like climbing the tower of, well, yeah, we're climbing the tower of the Nether or something like that, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so just scaling it as fast as I can because I just wanted to get to bed. I'm recording this commentary. It's 6:50 in the morning. I started the parkour at 2 in the morning. I was hoping for it to maybe take like 2 hours or something like that. No, there were certain bits of parkour that just took me forever. So yeah, again, you know, some minor mistakes here and there, but I am not going to complain one bit because I didn't fall anywhere that was really critical. I think I may have fallen in like one spot where I had to turn around really quickly and just, you know, do it again real quick. But ultimately, no major losses on this, you know, this bit of parkour, and I'm just glad it was over with. And by the time I got to this portion right here, this very end portion, I had actually already memorized the pattern for this bit, so I didn't get lost or anything. So ultimately, very happy with the 222.51 that I got on this stage. And the very last stage, which was not done last, is the Vampire Z parkour, because again, I'm doing all of these in alphabetical order. So yeah, this one was weird. So this one actually was missing checkpoint number 3. I think this was the second stage that I did. And this one was just quirky and weird because it was just nothing but like a bunch of blocks in the floor. And as long as you memorize the pattern, you were good to go. So yeah, as you can see, pretty much I just memorized the pattern and this was one of my better runs. It just went really fast. And I was ultimately very happy with how fast this one went. So yeah. Oh my god, this entire video has been a mouthful, guys. A mouthful, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed. If you guys want to check out the server, it is mc.hypixel.net. Be sure to check out the IP in the description below, guys. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this parkour video as it is coming to an end now. If you guys want to check out my scores on the website, be sure to check out the link in the description below as well. And let me know how you guys do. But anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.